EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. At their own 24-yard line.
Set, 19, 54. We want this.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Texans.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete. Stills. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 49ers, 34-yard line.
24. Mike 56.
Now it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. 24. 59. Mike 56, right there, 56.
To the air yet again, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Miller. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Second and goal from the 1.
Check right. On your team.
A give the first man through Gillespie of the fullback. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
11.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Mostert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards. Well, you know, occasionally we see unlikely heroes in the postseason, but Raheem Mostert, oh, wow. I mean, everybody knows the story by now, but undrafted out of Purdue, cut 6 times by the Eagles, Dolphins, Ravens, Browns, Jets, and Bears. A few of those teams wouldn't mind a do-over, I would imagine, because he latched on in San Fran as a special teamer, and boy, has he taken off late.
And I actually was fortunate enough to see his breakout game at Baltimore. 146 yards in the regular season. They lost by a field goal at the buzzer, but still, you knew then, okay, this guy's got some juice to him. And how about the explosion in the NFC title game against Green Bay? The first man in NFL playoff history to rush for over 200 yards at 220 and 4 touchdowns. No longer is he just a special teams player. He's now a lead running back for a team in contention for the Super Bowl.
I got this.
Get in the right room. 51 to Mike.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
I got this.
Check 55, Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Mike, gun. Right there in the middle, 55.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
This is Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, let's go. Check.
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Slam. 21.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Texans take over.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, Mike 20. You ain't going nowhere.
A final shot before the break, Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Mike 20. I'm here all day. Hey, Mike 20. I got 59. Hey, watch this. Hey, 31. Mike 20.
To throw is Watson. A final shot before break. It's complete to Fuller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
55, my guy, 55. Squish.
They run with Breida. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
11, 11, 11, 11.
On second and very short, Garoppolo flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now Mostert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
61, matchbox light.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. About 3 yards there to the 27. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lamar Miller trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down, Texans.
Set. 18. 85. Let him know. Let him know. Rush in. Check with the 6. Put it out.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Right there, 56.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mark 20, Mark 20, Mark 20. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 24. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for six. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Mike.
Now it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. First down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Watson now to throw. Going up top for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
15. First down, Texans.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Running from the gun, Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
You're set. 19 to the 4.
Watson on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. First down carry here for Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And Stills bringing it in. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw is Watson. He's got Fuller. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Set. 19. 51. Come on. Baby. 31. You got time. You got time right there.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game.